What's going on, people? In this video I'll be talking about my mother. So bro, my mother is a superhero. I ain't even tripping, that's just facts. So I grew up with a single parent, and I feel like it has shaped me to be the person that I am, and I'm actually proud of how I grew up. So we're gonna start with where she grew up. So my mother grew up in a place called Beckville, which is in KZN, so it's a rural area. She grew up with 5 siblings, and she was the oldest female sibling. And you know how it is in Makaya, like the rules are different. Females have specific roles and males have specific roles, and you find most of the time females are the ones taking care of the kids. Like the oldest is practically the parent when the parents are not there. So she was looking after everybody, and she was doing like really crazy shit for a child, bro. She was the parent.
Wow, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how she grew up, in a very poor household, bro. My granny used to like embroider like school jerseys in order to make money. So and grandfather was like, he was a worker. He was working in Joburg. Not really sure what he was doing, but then the background was tough, bro. It was not sweet. It was really not sweet. In matric in the 90s, she moved out. She went to Durban to study. So practically what she was studying was communications, and at that time she wanted to be a radio presenter, but she ended up learning the course for teaching. I don't know what it's called. I think it's higher education or something like that.
Hey, Ron, where are you? Where is Ron right now?
So she went to Durban and she landed, I think she did a bachelor or something. Then she met my father there, and that's where I was conceived. I was actually born in Durban. Then once I was born, my mother was finished with the studies. She got a job in Joburg. So she moved to Joburg, and she took me to where she grew up. So I was living with my grandparents, which is her parents, from like, bro, when I was doing crash in grade 1 till grade 3. So that's like maybe 4 years, 5 years. So I lived there for 4 years, 5 years with my grandparents, which was great. And also my uncle, which I grew up with him, so he wasn't really my uncle, he was more like my big brother. The one who passed away, I have to make a separate video about that guy, because hey man, what happened to him was really tragic. Anyway, yeah, I grew up there, it was nice. Then I felt grade 3. Then I moved to Joburg to live with my mother. So when I moved to Joburg, we were staying in Joburg CBD, which is like the craziest place. Like a really poverty-stricken urban society. So yeah, we lived there. As a kid, bro, you know, you don't really know what poverty is, so it was great. Like, it was really a great childhood. But then I didn't even live there for the longest time. I only did grade 3 there. Like I said, I felt grade 3 in Makaya. Then I came here in Joburg and I did that grade 3. After I passed grade 3, which was in 2010.
I passed! Alright! I passed! I got a D-. I passed!
2011, we moved to the suburb where I live at, which is called Cosmos City. Yeah, so I've been staying here for maybe, let's just say 10 years plus, bro. So yeah, we moved to the suburb and we've been living here, bro. Really safe, quiet suburb, and it's close to the RFDPs, but then we live in a suburb, bro. I ain't gonna even cap. I live with a single parent and she does everything, bro. My mother is a teacher, and she provides the roof over my head, the food, bro, even underwears, bro, even roll on. So, nigga, I'm 24 years old and I live with my mother. And of course I should be out. But then, bro, I can't really control the situation because, or maybe I'm not just desperate enough.
Stop and think. Hey, maybe this guy has feelings. Maybe I should cut him some slack. 'Cause maybe, just maybe, this guy's gonna turn out to be, I don't know, a king?
I graduated with a diploma in college last year. Looked for a job, couldn't get a job. So now, hey man, I'm just out here in limbo. Working on this channel. That is all that I have really. And one video went viral, so I'm just hoping that one keeps going up so that I can monetize and start making money from merch to move out. But then, yeah, my mother teaches she teaches grade 8 till grade 12, teaches LO and Zulu. So, hey man, I have a really great role model, and she's everything to me, bro. She does everything for me, and I wouldn't be here without her. So when I was living in Makaya, I was doing a public school. Then I'm practically the second generation in my family to graduate from college. She was the first person. I mean, she was the second. Bro, she was the first generation to graduate, to actually go to college in my family. The first person to go to college was my uncle. Then she was second. So practically she was the first female to go to college in my bloodline. So that is a huge thing. And I'm the second generation to have completed college. And yeah, it's a big thing. But then, bro, if that shit gave me a job, I would look at it as a big thing. But then I got this useless paper, bro. I can't even use this paper.
I'm angry. I'm spitting angry. I'm like a tornado of anger, swirling about. My heart rate is dangerously high right now.
Motherfuckers want experience when I'm from college. How am I gonna give you experience if I don't have experience? So, amen, that's just the situation. Practically, we live on top of the poverty line, bro. I never was struggling because of my mother. Like, I was never the type of kid that didn't have food at school. And at school, bro, I was the kid that didn't have much and didn't have a little also. I was always in the middle. You find people that were really struggling, that didn't have shit, and people that really had shit. I remember one time in high school, I had a Samsung and it broke. And I actually lost it in a taxi. I fell asleep and I left it on a taxi by mistake.
You ruined everything, you stupid bitch.
Bro, then she bought me an Alcatel. Bro, there used to be a phone called Alcatel, and that shit was cheap as hell. But my mother got me a phone, bro. So I remember at school they were bullying me because I had an Alcatel. They were telling me that I downgraded from a Samsung to an Alcatel, which was some really mean shit. But you know how kids are, bro. Kids just speak their mind, which is the truth. Like, I did downgrade. But when I look at it from this perspective, now I know that, bro, I really had the best of conditions because I had the luxury to even have a phone. Bro, this just gives me a whole different level of gratitude because I know people that have less than me, bro. So to complain would be ungrateful. So I have everything, and yeah, this video is just a shout out to my mother. I appreciate you and I love you.